I just wore jeans and I liked them. So when I wanted to start to make clothes, I thought it was a great idea. I didn't even know that jeans sort of like faded and did all these cool things once you had them. I was clueless to that stuff, but I just took it step by step and I absorbed as much as I could. Yeah, and I'm here. After 20 years of doing custom clothing, I think it's a good time to kind of reposition my my goals and what I want to do. I'm excited to be able to just kind of design things that I would want to wear or that I would want to see people wearing, and then be able to just put my head down and actually do these things and not just do one. And I just want to be able to sit there and make 20 or 30 pieces of the same thing and master them all, kind of like give it my best shot. And I think that way you can learn a lot more as well. I don't really have too much of a sort of a thought process or a very distinct sort of style or whatnot. I'm almost more intrigued into the actual making of the products. And so sometimes designing a garment is almost more catered to or tailored to the type of machines that I'm using and how I'm putting it together. And that has a big influence on what I design and how I design it. These machines are super fun to use. They're very challenging, but it's such a rewarding stitch to like look at and feel. It's a shame that it's like so fast. You use it for one little thing and it's done, but I really like it. I think in this type of work, anyone who claims to not make a lot of mistakes is lying right off the bat, because I've made so many. I think I have like one of those mini fridge boxes completely full of jeans that were just like garbage, but I had to keep going and going and going and keep making until I'm somewhat happy with the product. Mistakes are just a part of life, and sometimes the mistakes look cool. Sometimes it's obviously a mistake, so just redo it, but they're, depending on what they are, they could add to the story a lot. Jeans are jeans. You can buy them at Walmart, you can buy them from these super high-end brands for $1,000+. Does it really matter? No. There's details there that if you like them, you're obviously gonna find your fit, your vibe, your color, your fading, your whatever, and jeans are cool because they mold to your body like that. I pride myself in my work that I try to look at all those details, but in reality, jeans are jeans. If you're not into it, you're just gonna see a big pool of blue, and it just doesn't really, it's not for everyone. It's not supposed to be. I definitely do feel like I'm building more than just a denim brand. Because I'm a one-man brand, I do everything myself. Patterning, sourcing, actually building up the machine. A big part of my company and my life is like the machine sourcing aspect and just finding the right tools for the job. And I set it up and I take time to, sand the wood, clean it, do this, do that, and try to prep it in a way where I'm like stoked to use it. And that, some might look at it and be like, oh my God, like so many is for what, but I'm really excited about each machine that I use. I've toyed with the idea of slightly moving my career path before, do some more woodworking or go into actually like being a sewing machine repairman or something like this. But I always end up right back where I started. I don't know when I will or how I will stop or anything, but stopping's not in the cards right now. I started my business in Asia when I was living in Thailand, but I did sell a few things like when I was like 16, 17, like when I was still living in Toronto. But it was just kind of like playing around, messing around, kind of getting a feel for sewing and for the idea of making something to sell. But when I went to Asia and I realized that it's not just a vacation, it's gonna be the next 10 years of my life, I went like full in and I started the business and I sourced everything. Now that I'm sort of established or accomplished enough, coming back here I think was a good choice too though, because it helped to move the business to another level. And there's not many people here that do what I do. My sort of next steps here are just to focus on my production-made items and do some collaborations with like-minded other brands. And just try to focus on being better, making things higher quality, faster turnarounds, and clean stitches.